What are your boss level thoughts?
I love that. I feel like they've changed because I'll start where I am and I'll go backwards. Right now, my career is about to move to the next level. And that means that I have just more business stuff to do every day. So the boss level thoughts have to do with my support system. And I only have time and energy for friends that are life-giving and not people that are draining. And that's hard to sit with and realize like, oh, this person I've been friends with 10 years, it's not actually a good friend. I've kind of been staying friends with her out of obligation. And like, it's time to let that person go. That kind of stuff is really hard, but really important, you know? So that's where I'm at now. It's looking at how do my relationships affect me and therefore affect my career and my happiness. But, you know, thoughts over the past 10 years, I think if I said them out loud, you sound insane. It just has to be this level of confidence and self-belief and manifestation that is a little bit, that sounds psychotic when you're like 20 years old and you haven't even had a co-star and you're saying, in 3 years, I'm going to be a series regular on a show and I'm going to have worked with this famous person, this famous person, this famous person. And I really believe it in my core. And something I always did, and it really annoyed some of my friends, I would talk about it all the time. I would say like, I always used when statements. When I am on a show, when I work with Regina King, when I am nominated for an Emmy, and they're like, wow, you're so full of yourself. What? No, I just believe in myself. And the words we say become true. And look who's laughing now, guys. Like, it's the power of our words, you know?
Yeah. I like to say it in the way of our words perform. Right?
Oh,
Like if people could really think about the stuff coming out of your mouth, if you could think about it as like one of those little gremlins or little mucinex things that they're, once you say like, you know, I'm having a bad day, that's coming out and running around your room now. Right? Like thinking about it. And so your mind is so powerful because what it's doing is it's actively looking for information to validate. And so it's going to look for your bad day. Right. And so
true.
When you were just saying this, and this is what I talk about on my coaching, when you were just saying this sounds psychotic, right? What if we lived in a society? What if we lived in a world where that wasn't psychotic? That's the reason why you're there, because there's this cult of average called group actor think. Right? Cult of average, where everybody jumps into this collective mind, this collective thought. And they're like, we're just going to think like, oh, we can't say that. I have to do my dues. I have to pay my dues. We have paid our dues, people. Sorry.
Amen. No, but amen. And it's like, like some of my friends, we'd be at a party. Like, let's say I'm 21, we're at a party and someone comes up to us, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm an actor. Meanwhile, I'm a hostess to pay the bills, but I'm an actor. And you go to my friend and they're like, what do you do? She's like, I'm a waiter. I'm trying to act. I'd be like, no, you're an actor. And you just happen to wait tables. It would drive me crazy. Those little things are so important. Then you'd see her slowly, wait, I am an actor. And then slowly she comes out and then she's like, wait, I am an actor. It doesn't matter the accolades, the proof. None of that matters. You know inside. God knows, you know. That's all the proof you need. You don't have to show it to someone.
Yeah, I've always believed that when I was bartending too. I was one of those actors that I always said it, you know, and I've talked about this on stages and stuff like that. You know, I had gotten beaten down as a bartender so much when people would come in there and they would just say, isn't everybody an actor? You know, people try to put that onto you. And I was like, you know, but after a while, I was like, they're like, what have you been in? I was like, Google me, bitch. Like I was like,
amen. Google me. Yes.
I don't say, hi, doctor, show me all of your surgeries. It's just like, we take it, like, excuse you. So but you know what? Here's what I do know to be true, that everybody does not get to hear my goals, my visions, my dreams. Everybody is not privy to that. And so the people, what you're trying to say is we got to remember that our circumference is so important. Jasmine, our people that we surround ourselves with are so important. And yeah, I can just say a plumber to you. Yeah, I'm a plumber. That doesn't mean that I don't believe myself as an actor. I just don't want to get into that conversation with you.
Amen.
So I can look at it. I used to look at it like that after a while. I was like, okay, cool. But I really wish that we lived in a society and a world that didn't seem psychotic, you know, for
Me
you.
too. Me too.
Yeah.
And maybe we can
Start it.
help with that. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can start it, because your words do perform, like you say. They come out of your
They
mouth,
do.
and here we are.
And you never know, like someone listening to this podcast, they might take that and that gave them permission. Because for me, I remember I was like 8 years old watching Oprah with my mom. And Oprah was saying that when she was like 8 years old,
Mhm.
that's when she started saying, when I have my own company, when I'm rich, when I'm this, and look at her today. And so when I was a little girl, I went, oh, okay, cool. Boom, that's all I needed. And I ran with it.